Creating a modern, clean, and renewable energy grid will improve air quality, reduce greenhouse gases, and create lots of jobs. But most people have never actually seen a renewable energy facility. The Alliance for Clean Energy New York holds an annual renewable energy tour so folks can experience firsthand what clean energy is all about. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. The summer of 2020 marks our third annual tour, but due to the pandemic, this year's tour will be virtual. We hope you enjoy the ride. Power is generated all across the Empire State, and about a quarter of the electricity we use comes from renewable sources, mostly hydropower, but increasingly wind energy and solar. But under New York's landmark Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act, 70% of our power must be renewable by 2030 and 100% emission-free by 2040. So we have a lot of work to do to build more wind and solar projects and strengthen the transmission system that brings that energy to New York's homes and businesses. Large hydroelectric power plants, think Niagara Falls, are operated by the New York Power Authority, but private companies operate many small hydro plants that contribute clean, pollution-free power to our grid. 5,700 New Yorkers work in the hydroelectric industry. There are about 1,000 wind turbines operating in New York now, but more are on the way to help us reach 70 by 30. The wind industry employed 3,500 people in 2018, and anticipated new wind farm construction will bring many more jobs.
We got some that's putting out 4.5 and some putting out 4.3. I enjoyed working up here in this part of New York. Nice area and a good place to be working.
This is our main crane. It takes about a week to 10 days to erect. Now you can see in the background that we've already got the base section already set. We used a smaller, like a 550 crane to come in here and set these. And we'll use this main crane, which it will finish out stacking out our tower, doing the tower sections, the hub with the nacelle. We'll also go ahead and put those blades in while it's there. We'll finish out that erection. They generally call that like topping out a turbine.
For the third annual Alliance for Clean Energy of New York Renewable Energy Tour, because of COVID-19 and safety concerns, we are bringing it to you. We are traveling around New York and we're visiting a few sites that are under construction. Because now more than ever, New York needs green jobs, we need to put people back to work, and we're really pleased and proud that renewable energy is part of that solution for New York to build back better.
My name is Bob Burke and I am the site manager for the Copenhagen Wind Farm. It produces enough energy for approximately 35,000 homes on an annual basis. There's transmission lines above and below ground, there's substations, and then of course the turbines themselves. So with 40 turbines and 80 megawatts, we have a full-time staff. The power from these turbines is collected underground and is transmitted to a substation. From there, it's transmitted across a 9-mile transmission line from where it connects into the grid.
This is the Copenhagen Wind Farm in Copenhagen, New York. One of the great things about wind power is that agricultural operations can continue right up to the base of the turbine. So you can see at facilities like this, farming can continue as it has for generations, co-located with clean power generation.
The solar industry leads the pack in renewable energy employment. Prior to the pandemic, there were 11,600 solar workers in New York, and with many projects now starting construction, that number is going to rebound soon.
So our next stop on our renewable energy tour is here in Washington County, which is on the east side of the Hudson River in upstate New York. We're at the site of a community solar construction project where New Yorkers are being put back to work, building a solar project developed by Borrego Solar.
So we're building about a 7.3 megawatt DC solar system right now. That's about 5 megawatts AC. That's around, I would say, probably 15-20 acres. So we have electricians, we have civil people that do your dirt work, and then we have your structural guys that are building the racking, putting up the panels and modules. We have about 45 people working today.
And offshore wind development is an opportunity for a whole new American industry. And New York's requirement to construct 9,000 megawatts of offshore wind power is the most ambitious in the nation. The first two projects that are under contract with NYSERDA are expected to create 1,600 jobs, and that's just the beginning. New York State is reinvesting in our electricity generating and transmission infrastructure. With a focus on solar, wind, hydro, offshore wind, battery storage, and transmission, New York can build back better, creating family-sustaining jobs and economic growth in communities all across our state, protecting our natural resources, reducing greenhouse gases, and providing the electricity grid of the future.
The theme of this year's conference is Re-Energize New York, Build Back Greener. And now more than ever, New York can use not just the pollution-free power that renewable energy brings, but good family-sustaining jobs here in upstate New York, in ports, offshore, and all around the Empire State.